Hi. Greetings. Greetings from sunny but cold Colorado. I can't see myself, and I hope no one else can either. This one is for my girlies who are always working toward wheel. And as we're going to be working toward wheel today, I want you to think about what the wheel represents. Samsari, the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. So just think about that as we flow today. Amber, Crystal, this one's for you. All right, let's get on our mats. Today you're going to need either a roller or a block because later on we're going to do a little supported fish. For those of you who are never working toward wheel and don't want to do wheel at all, remember that back bends are an excellent counterpose to life. We do so much hunched forward, typing, driving, writing, everything. Your entire life is hunching forward. So all of this is going to be about lifting and opening. But to get started, let's find your way to child's pose. Melting into your most comfortable child's pose. Arms can be extended out or in close to the body. Let's find the breath here. As you find yourself settling into your body, settling into your breath, begin to synchronize breath with movement. Picking an inhale, this one or your next. Reach one arm up and thread through, coming down onto one shoulder. Sinking those hips back, maybe taking the bind. 3 breaths. Let your breath take you to the other side. Maybe the bind if you took that on the other side. So, that probably sounded bad. Who's going to edit this? Unwinding your way back and breathing yourself to kneeling. Inhale the arms overhead, leaning back, finding a little baby back bend. Exhale, hands come down, stepping 1 foot forward. We're going to bend and straighten this knee a few times. Pausing with that knee stacked right on top of the ankle, circle the arms forward and up. Lift the gaze, lift the heart, maybe interlace the fingers and point your temple fingers backward. Press the hip forward, but don't let the knee go forward. Using an exhale, this one or your next, straighten the forward leg and try and keep that front toe down as much as possible. Lifting the front toe and then wave, hey. Coming back to your lunge pose, hands framing the foot, look forward. Taking your weight in your hands, press the foot back. Press the hips back. Draw the hands in and circle up. Maybe interlace. Stacking to center. A nice tall, what is this? Thunderbolt? Thunderbolt. Other foot steps forward. And then hand choice is totally up to you as we bend and straighten a little bit. Bending that knee forward, stack it over top of the ankle. Circle the arms forward and up. Lift the gaze, lift the chest. Choosing whether or not you want to interlace into temple. and lean back. Still breathing. Picking an exhale, hands come down, forward leg straightens. Keep that toe down as much as possible. I never use this mat, so it's curling. Tuck the chin. Breathe into the microphone and blow out your friend's ears. Peel the toes up and wave the foot, hey. Once more bending, take the hands to frame the foot. Look forward, back hip moves down. Weight in your hands, tuck the back toe, and shift all the way into downward facing dog. Walking out your down dog here. I wonder if I should just put the mic on the mat. Shake the head yes. Shake the head no. Let all your troubles go as you press the heart down and lift the hips. Soften the neck. Okay, move to the mic. That's going to work better. Inhale, lift one leg and stretch. And then switch. Really point those toes up, stretching that leg. And then finding some crunches. Right leg lifts. As you exhale, come into plank and bring that knee in between the elbows. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, crunch. 2 more. Thinking about the movement of that shoulder, and then bring it to the outside of the elbow for 3. Inhale back. Exhale, crunch. This time, draw it across the body to the opposite elbow. 2 more across. And then down dog. Compare the 2 sides. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Other side. Left leg lifts. 4 crunches to center. 3 to the outside of the elbow. And 3 across. And then find your way back to child's pose. Melt it down. Woo! Taking the hands closer to the heels. Coming into seed pose. Tuck the chin. Taking those hands out long in front of you and slithering like a snake. Ready for cobra's pose. Cobras? Where are they at? And then immediately coming into Sphinx pose. Elbows under shoulders, fingers open wide. Pulling with that tree frog grip. The heart moves forward. The head moves up. Press the heart forward a little more. Lengthen the back of the neck. Bend one knee and point the toes toward your head. Other side. Thinking about keeping the front of that knee down and pointing the toes toward your head. Relax the leg. And then lift both, bending the knees, but lifting both feet up, pointing toward your head. Reach back with one hand, see if you can grab, and then swap. And then see if you can do both. Pressing the feet into the hands to lift the chest. Releasing the feet, coming into boat pose, and then with control, lower it down. Stacking the forehead on top of the hands. Finding your breath. And then using your breath to move through table into down dog. We're going to flip the dog. Inhale, lifting one foot up. Bend the knee. Look under the armpit. And choosing to stay right here if you flip the dog is not part of your practice, or put that foot down behind you. Lifting the entire torso up. Unwind, bend, and launch yourself back to three-legged dog. Release, walk it out. Other side, left leg lifts. Bend, look. Choose whether or not you want to flip. Returning to three-legged dog. Bringing both feet down. Walking the feet close to the hands. Coming into standing forward fold. Tuck the chin. Soften the torso over the legs. Strengthen the knees, strengthen your core. Gently roll yourself all the way up. Oh, hi. I am teaching a class. I've gathered the people. You want to come join me? All of this is staying in because I don't even know how to edit. So finding your way to your middle of your mat and find your mountain. Pressing down through the feet, squeeze the thighs together, lift up out of the waist, roll the shoulders down, fingers spiked, crown lifted. Breathe. Thinking about the wheel, the cycles, not just the cycle of life and death, but the cycles that are repeating through your life without judgment. Just notice. Feeling nice and strong. Knowing that you do hard things. Inhaling the arms overhead. Arm choice is totally up to you here. You can do V for victory, sticks, or interlaced as we move into our side bends. Root down. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, over to one side. Lifting the gaze to the sky. Turn that top shoulder back. Pressing evenly in both feet. Lift out of the waist. 2 more breaths. Take it to center. Find the mountain. Compare the two sides. Inhale, lifting up, and exhale over to the other side. Alignment. Drop that shoulder back. Lift the gaze. Squeezing the thighs together as you press down and lift up. 3 more breaths. Inhaling up. Exhale, release. Rolling those wrists. We're going to do our cow face arms to try and open up our shoulders a little bit more. So shaking it out. Get your water. I left mine way over here. It's so dry up here, you guys, that I have to have electrolytes and water. I'm drying out. My nose is so dry. Okay, are we hydrated before we dehydrate? Excellent. Finding that mountain again. Finding that strength in your breath. Picturing yourself in full wheel pose. So good. Interlacing the fingers behind the back and just lifting up any amount. Trying to keep those arms straight. Now notice that my hands come way apart when I do this. So I'm going to try and drive my palms together. Squeeze the shoulder blades back and lift any amount. I know I said cow face. We're doing that right next. This is just a warm up. All right, here we go. Releasing. One arm is going to go down the back. Other arm is going to come up. And we're going to wiggle, 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 wiggle. See if you can reach your fingers. I can barely touch. If you can get fingers, see if you can grab. If you can't get fingers, just think about pointing one elbow up and one elbow down. Whew. Squeeze those thighs, root down in that mountain. And breathe. As long as you're breathing, you're doing the yoga. One more breath. And release out to the side. Thumbs up. Other side. One hand reaches down, one hand reaches up. See, now one side might be way different than the other. I'm nowhere near as close on this side as I was on the other. So we're just going to think about pointing one elbow up, one elbow down, and being in a nice, strong, tall mountain. Feel those shoulders opening up. Inhale, opening up, out to the side, thumbs up. Step the feet wider than hip width, and let's just twist, slapping those arms against the body. And letting that movement go. We're going to find some squats. So we're going to keep those feet wide. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale into your yogi squat, wherever that is. That could be way up here. It's important to keep your heels down. That's all we care about. Arms pressing into the thighs. Tailbone down, crown of the head up. Breath strong and deep. This is all about opening up our low back and our hips. Shoulders and hips have to be warmed up and loose to do this back bend. Root down to rise up. Little baby back bend. Exhale, swan dive. Heel toe the feet really wide, coming into a wide leg forward fold. And then bending one knee at a time. Moving side to side. Maybe taking a pause in a skandasana here in a side squat. Pausing at the center when you feel balanced. Lift the hips. Drop the crown of the head till it's pointing right at the ground. Walk. Walk the hands behind you. And then take the hands around to your back, interlace, and lift them overhead. Releasing the grip on the hands, slowly pulling yourself up to standing. Woo, heel toe the feet in. And then I'm feeling nice and warm. Let's roll the shoulders out a little bit, make any little shakes that you need, get some water, and then we're going to come back down on the mat and we're going to do some supported stuff so that we'll get there when we're ready to get there. Water, water, water break. First thing we're going to do, seated forward fold. Peel the flesh away from the sits bones. I'm going to lift the belly out of the way. Inch the fingers down. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Squeeze the shoulders. Toes and knees are pointed straight up. And then using an out breath, tuck and round. Pull the navel in, keep the chin tucked, and gently roll yourself up. Now's when you're going to need your roller or your block. If you're using a block, you might find the edges a little too sharp and you want to throw a towel or your yoga blanket down over it to dull the edges. Supported fish is where we're going first, so we're trying to get the shoulder blades over. I don't want that blanket there, and I do want the roller. Okay, here we go. It's going to be better. Oh. Okay, so the goal here is to point the crown of your head toward the floor. It's so much better on the roller because you can get into the shoulders. Okay, wherever you are, soften those shoulders down. Let this be a passive stretch that just opens up your back. We're going to be here for a few moments. Let yourself be heavy. Let your breath nourish you. Carefully taking your time, rolling to the side and removing. We're also going to sit all the way up. And then we're going to do bridge, but we're going to go down onto our support. So this is probably going to be easier to do on a block. I'm going to say sit on your block, but then scoot all the way to the front where you feel like you're about to fall off. Feet come in. Get those feet as close to the hips as possible. And then with control, maybe keeping your hands on your knees. With control, use those core muscles. Ooh, I'm not going to be able to do it with my feet close. Oh my. Nope. Okay, let the feet go. However you get there. Come into your supported bridge. We're going to do supported bridge for a second here. And then we're going to do supported supine pigeon. Taking one ankle to the knee and lifting it up. Elbow pressing into leg. Draw that leg in even closer. Notice that hip action. Feel your body. Take both feet to the sky to switch it out. Both feet to the sky. Grab a hold of the legs and pull them in a little bit closer. Take the hands down to the mat and drive the heels up, maybe lifting off of the block and back on. Again, if this is sharp, you can always put a blanket over it. Maybe doing this a couple of times. And then let the feet come down. Lifting up into a nice strong bridge. Remove the block. Hold your bridge pose. Walk your arms under your body. Maybe interlace and press. releasing the hips. Walk those feet in even closer and take the hands right under the shoulders. Fingertips directly under the shoulders. When you press your shoulders down, you're pressing into your middle fingers. Drive those elbows up. So you should feel your hands or wrists right up against your ears. I actually can feel that I'm going to pinch my hood. So let's think about this action before we do it. Squeezing the face with the arms, squeezing the thighs. We're going to 1, 2, 3, our hips up. Ready? Press into the hands, press into the feet. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale and push. Oh no, I didn't do it. I still caught my sweater. Oh dear. Even though I thought about it. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Simple as that. Okay. Realign. Press the heart up. Laugh your way through it. Maybe coming onto tippy toes. Maybe keeping heels down. Maybe lifting one leg. Maybe lifting the other. Oh, much easier. And relaxing back down. If you couldn't lift up at all, get on your tippy toes and just lift the hips. 2, 3. Get on your heels and just lift the shoulders. Oh, I can't. Oh, I have to lift at the same time. Okay, keep. I have no advice for this. Oh dear. Windshield wiper the knees side to side. That was chaotic. Are my classes always this chaotic? Tell me in the comments. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't hurt my feelings. Dropping both knees over to one side. Open the arms out to the side and gaze away from the knees. Soften. Maybe coming into reclining deer here, drawing that back foot even closer to the hip. Foot of the front, foot on the knee. Words are hard. If you took that bound deer, releasing back to center, dropping both knees to the other side, looking away, finding your breath, maybe doing that reclining deer on this side. Releasing that bind if you took it, coming back to center. Let the soles of the feet come together and the knees splay open. Taking a moment here to complete your practice your way. And I'm filming, so I'm not going to do your Shavasana, but I highly, highly encourage you to do a Shavasana, maybe just a couple of minutes, softening down completely, letting the body completely relax. Thank you so much for doing this with me and keeping me accountable. I love you guys. I miss you guys. Don't make fun of me in the comments. I'm going to close this video practice with an Om. Feel free to join me if you'd like. Inhaling to begin. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you find peace in this world. And may you be a source of peace to others. Hari Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Whew.